Yo, what's up? And so technically this morning I have woken up to technically thinking of something. Why wait for like the obviously film everything during the airshow with my phone when around weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, I have received the Canon R7. Now, many of you are going to tell me, why did you get an APS-C camera? Why did you get a stupid fucking APS-C camera, which is for a fucking retarded company who is not better than Sony or Nikon? Well, guess what, mate? I don't give a about what people say. Even though the R7 is a crop sensor, it's still probably one of the best little APS-C mirrorless cameras that you can actually purchase. And I am not joking. So, I woke up and I said, let's do a review on what gear I'll be using for the Malta International Airshow and the, obviously, what I'll be getting a phone mount for my, Xiaomi Redmi Note 14 that I'm actually filming with right now. 108 megapixel camera. I'm not gonna flex too much because it's still a lot of grain. But as you can see, we're just gonna look over with what I'm gonna be using, and obviously what other shit also I'll be using. But anyways, let's just yeah, don't worry, I'll edit all of this on CapCut. So let's get into the first review. So here it is then. This is the Canon R7 mirrorless APS-C body with the EF Mark 1 100 to 400 millimeter. This lens is discontinued. It's a used lens. I actually got this from a friend of mine who actually is part of the Malta Aviation Society. Currently I'm saving up to actually purchase the 100 to 500 RF. So disclaimer, this is actually being borrowed by a friend of mine. So I'm not gonna brag like I bought it or anything like that, because obviously I don't want to be like a fake friend and an absolute selfish guy. I am borrowing right now this lens. He's using the 100 to 400 currently, but I am currently borrowing this lens to obviously shoot, and also I'm going to be going to Amsterdam in only a week time, and I'll actually be uploading 2 videos of obviously different aircraft that are going to be landing into Amsterdam, which at that time I actually wish and should get a phone mount, so obviously I can mount my Xiaomi Redmi Note 14 onto the cover up here, which is actually wait, oh my god, this thing is not okay. It's right up here, and we're actually going to be reviewing that bit when we obviously get to the review of the R7. So let's go. And I believe this is one of the best APS-C mirrorless cameras out there, and that is what I obviously say all the time to not well by myself, because this is really not really a waste of money, this camera. For those of you who don't know a lot about this camera, this is has a 32.5 megapixel APS-C sensor. This camera was first launched back in November of 2022 or October it was. I got this brand new this year. It's a 2025 build. Just gonna be switching on the camera. I'm obviously gonna try to do this one-handed, opening the screen here. We're gonna switch on the switch. Switch obviously has so I'm just gonna try to focus. There we go. Switch has off, on, and video. So if we actually flick it onto on, you get that cute little shutter, which right now it's actually set to electronic shutter, so I can obviously save up a bit of the life on that shutter. As you can see, right, oh my god. Currently the camera is set to electronic shutter, as you can see right here. So much photos I have obviously on the JPEG setting. This is only on JPEG, as I actually found some difficulties on the RAW. The photos actually wouldn't even show up on Photoshop. Currently I'm just doing that so it obviously doesn't turn off. Have all your settings here. I'm gonna be shooting manual exposure, so we're gonna be using high shutter speed for the fast moving. We're gonna have the Eurofighter of the Germans, and with the tornadoes, and we're also gonna have the Solo Turk. So obviously not f5. So we're gonna have a high shutter speed for now. Yeah. By the way, this is a Ryanair 737-800 Echo India. This is an old 800. This is like, then I get really good sharp photos with this camera. It's really good camera. Technically, many of those like, obviously, going, oh my god, it's an APS-C. Well, guess what? I don't give a shit. Because it's an APS-C, it's a still good camera. It's not gonna have like the full quality of like obviously a professional full frame camera like the R1 or the R5 or even the R5 Mark II. But look at this. Look at this. God, tell me this is not nice. Actually, I'm looking here. There's a bit of noise. It's a bit because obviously I'm an ass for not reducing some of the noise. Obviously not having it on my phone yet, this photo. I think Echo Victor Romeo. I don't know if I have this on my phone. But who the hell cares? You just edit it and obviously do it. It's like what you wish. By the way, so all of that stupid moaning and stuff like that, I'm just gonna put it back to bulb AV. Just press OK. Just gonna flip the screen into its place. I don't have to do that too fast or like that. So, alright then, now we're gonna go on to the menu. Alright, so here we are then on menu. So image quality is set to JPEG because obviously as you had heard before, me being an asshole, I had RAW. Did I just click? No, back to JPEG. So full JPEG, I have to use JPEG only, which is actually really sad. Have your aspect ratio here. 3:2 is actually the whole frame. 1:1 is like Instagram shit like that. 16:9 is like landscape, like that. 4:3 actually forgot, but yeah. So we're gonna set that to OK. See, the Airshow is not today or like in a few weeks. It's in a few weeks. Metering mode set to center weight. Exposure compensation. Never touch the exposure compensation. No. Leave it standard. Never touch the exposure compensation unless you obviously your camera is shooting overexposed. If you're actually finding difficulties, just shoot another setting. Sorry if that was actually the noise from my Redmi. My Redmi, actually, this camera, it's a really good camera, obviously for recording. There's a bit of lag, as you can see. That's because of the low light performance. Look, sensor. White balance set to AWB. Custom white balance is like that. Clarity set to 0. Don't add any clarity because it will actually add a bit of noise. Long stop motion noise reduction. Yeah, that's. I'm using electronic shutter. However, the camera, obviously, many people know this camera has a flaw in rolling shutter. In this, oh my, stay like that. So as you can see, even though we're on electronic shutter, this camera, it has rolling shutter, and on electronic, this and the R10, just they have so much rolling shutter on this goddamn little piece of trash right down here. Actually, look at the pixels of the screen. Actually, look like the camera strap, the Canon camera strap. Oh my god, this camera is a really good camera. This phone. You have other settings, autofocus, obviously gonna be set to servo, autofocus area, many of that, playback, video, connection. We have this. Listen to this. So this is the beep of the electronic shutter, volume for shutter. And don't worry, I'm not pressing on the electronic shutter. You can actually adjust the volume. So you want to like silent, obviously do it on one. I don't even recommend this because it's like you don't even know when you like take the photo. I recommend specifically, I'm just gonna do a 5 because I'm a loud man. Well, loud kid. I suggest though, I recommend between 2 and 4 because they're actually like the best voice. Why am I even like doing this so focus beep you have? I don't like to do this because I know that my camera doesn't focus. Shifter volume, alright. Go back here, we have exposure level and we have menu setups like that. Alright, let's move on now to the lens. Alright then, so as you could see, we have the beautiful, iconic yet problematic and still astonishingly good EF 100-400 Mark 1. Yes, I can actually say I have good and bad times with this lens. I've actually held this is like the only heavy lenses I've ever felt in my life. I felt the 100-500 multiple times, the RF 100-500. I could say that lens is an absolute beauty, and I actually do recommend that lens. This lens, for whoever's obviously starting off telephoto, I do recommend, but it's also a pain in the... I don't want to say it because I'm still a stupid ass little... I'm 14, closing 15 very soon. So this is the problem with this lens. If I could actually try to do this one-handed, however, it looks like we're not gonna do it. So what we're gonna try to do is put something. Oh my god, man! My gaming mouse. I don't know, man. This is the problem. It's push-pull. Okay, look. Now many people don't like push-pull. I like it and hate it because. Number one, I like it because you're like doing something instead of like twisting. At least over here, like doing something, and it's actually really cool. It's not comfortable though. For example, this is like talking about like a automatic transmission like your car versus like a manual transmission. So actually, it's the other way around. It's like a manual transmission and automatic transmission in your car. This is like the manual, so it's cool, but it's not comfortable because when you're holding it for like long times. It's pain in the ass to hold. Also, this Canon camera, lens, actually has a flaw. As you can see, I have to flip my camera right around like this. It's only holding on the foot room holder. Look at that. When you're actually gonna go, obviously tighten up the lens. Obviously, there you have smooth and tight, right up there. As you can see, not only the zoom ring moves, like the smooth tight ring moves. Even the focus ring! Luckily, this one, the manual focus ring, look. Wait, if we actually... Ah, man, these switches are actually really hard. Switch that to manual focus. So right now the camera should be on manual focus. So supposedly it's on manual focus. As you can see, wait, if I can... Right there, the camera's on manual focus. It's gonna be actually the longest part of the video, because I have to explain a lot about this lens. Actually, go here. See, on autofocus, you would actually press the shutter button or the autofocus on button. Look at this. This is manual focus. Yeah, so sad. This lens is really used. This lens was actually first launched. I think he actually bought this lens. My friend actually bought this lens in, I think, 2005, I think this lens was first released. I don't know, depending on the age of the lens. Obviously, this lens, I think, was actually launched in 2005. And it's honestly like, just, it's not depressing. Obviously, it's the age of the lens. See, aging a lot. But why, he's just giving it so much. It's just how good, man, these lenses are. It just shows how good these lenses are. But why this Canon? I don't know why Canon, did this. Look at this. Honestly, man. Now, obviously, many of you know. Now, I'm gonna be using for the Airshow settings. Depth of field 6.5 meters to infinity, or feet. For some reason, there was like a reviewer who said feet. Stabilizer on. However, I'm really slow with the IBIS on. Yes. And stabilizer 1. However, for now, leave it 2. Because I'm going to Amsterdam, go spotting at Schiphol on Polterbaan. I'm going to be using this lens. I'll obviously autofocus on. You're gonna... So I'm going, oh no, come back here, Eurofighter. And not gonna be like that. But that's the 100-400. Not really much I can say. All I could just say is... Yeah, by the way, not the ultrasonic lens cap actually had this beautiful... better lens cap. This is actually the lens cap of the EF Mark II. Or actually, I think it's of it. The older versions of this lens... Sorry for the noise. The older versions of this lens, which I think this one is actually not too old, actually came with like an ultrasonic lens cap. because this lens is powered by ultrasonic motors. But that's how like amazing this lens really is. Technically, this lens is not bad. All it has is just these couple little flaws, obviously, because it's, number one, extremely used. It still shows really sharp. Actually, we'll show you a few pictures. We try to actually include a few pictures on this video if CapCut actually lets me, and if this fucking lens cap closes it, you know, just leave it like that. Switch off. Okay, but that's 100 to 400. Let's move on to my next lens. Okay, this is the second lens I'll be using for the Airshow and obviously for Amsterdam. Disclaimer: if you actually seen a 55 to 250 ISSTM, that's another old lens. I'm gonna be using this because it's, number one, it's really good lens. It's actually, I would actually so far to say the 55 250 is better, but I'm gonna be using this lens obviously because it's 18 to 150 and technically 250, then I have it on this. But I actually picked this, obviously for compatibility and obviously being Ryanair. I'm not gonna entirely blame this on Ryanair, but obviously I'm gonna be going with Ryanair. Obviously they don't fly to Amsterdam. I'm actually gonna be landing into Eindhoven and taking a train to Amsterdam. I hate trains a lot, by the way. Technically, it's best if I get like something really compactable, and this is really compact. Okay, the boy behind is not too compact. Oh my God. It's so massive. It's massive, man. It's huge. That's the problem with this damn setup. The compactability. My mom actually bought me a bag, a camera bag from Temu. I have like no idea how is this even gonna fit. Look at how massive, by the way, it is. Look at this. This is like my hand. Not really gonna exaggerate too much, but anyways, let's move on to this lens. So this is the 18 to 150 ISSTM mirrorless lens. Came with the Canon R7. This zooms out to, I'm really sorry for the sounds and my silly exaggeration. This is how much it zooms out. So so just try to zoom out like that. This is actually f3.5 to 5.6, I believe. No, this is a serial number. This is a 55mm thread. So actually, I like these lens caps so much. So as you can see right in there it is, f3.5 to 6.3. There she is, ISSTM. It's a really dusty lens because it has been sitting here for quite a long time. And I don't really carry it with me because it's a bit of a delicate lens. This is the cover for obviously the mirrorless adapter cover, but it's a really compact little lens. Actually, I must say that's actually slightly heavier than this lens. But that's all for the setup, as it looks like I am actually getting a bit of... the news comes out. Okay, so yeah, that's it for the announcements. Last announcement we had was Royal... Sorry. Oh! Alright guys, so sorry for the exaggerated exit there. So we're gonna get a new arrival then into the airshow. Is gonna be the Italian Air Force Leonardo EH-101 of the Italian Navy. It's actually a really nice helicopter. I'll actually also pop it up at the end of the video and actually show you the Facebook post that the Malta International Airport did. And we really can't even wait for these extreme air shows because it's gonna be really good air show. Gaming keyboard. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll actually can't wait to see you. Actually can't wait that much for the air show, and I can't wait for Amsterdam. Sorry for that, and I just really can't wait, man, to attend these two spectacular adventures. Obviously with my friends as well, as I do love making friends with a lot of people, and it's gonna be just a wonderful experience. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye bye. Right before I exactly end this video here, I'll be uploading a video on the arrivals of the 2025 Malta International Airshow, so stay tuned for that. Click the subscribe button, and obviously turn on your notifications on to get my boring ass notifications. Probably a few of you will enjoy these videos, but I'll see you later, guys. Peace out. Bye bye.